This is a warning for Kai Cenat, Rakai, Tylil, and all y'all little get money streaming. It is clear and apparent that they're coming for y'all. I don't know who they are, but they coming for y'all. The way that the streamer awards was set up, how they was antagonizing y'all at the streamer awards, like they're mad that y'all getting the money that y'all getting. They're mad. Now, anybody who watches my content and knows my story knows that I was raped as a child. As a child going into my teenage years. You understand? Till about the age of 14. This is the kind of content I do. Okay? I advocate for children, women, men, anybody who been through this type. This is what I do. I'm very well versed in this. I'm not going to fix my mouth to say that this Jourdin Pauline girl is lying, but the math ain't mathing.
Your face. Show your face, please, with sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, I don't know if any of y'all realize what's going on, but these days streamers are the new rappers. If you pay attention, the whole rap thing is starting to kind of phase out. You have a couple people still making money from it, but in reality, streaming is the new way out for all the kids coming up. Back in the days, the kids coming up who wanted to get out the hood and fast and make quick money and obtain fame, it was through hip hop. That was the thing to do, which is why to this day you have everybody and their mamas who swear they could rap. But the millennials and the modern day kids all now want to become streamers, whether it's making money on TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, whatever. Kai Cenat has been a trailblazer for all the kids coming up who wants to stream, but even he has found himself with some allegations against him, and even recently came out and told the world that he battles with mental health. Now I would get into that, but that's a whole nother story for a whole different time. The topic we're going to be talking about today is Tylil, an affiliate of Kai Cenat, who recently have been accused of some crazy allegations. Now at this point, I can't even call it crazy because this has been the formula to take down successful African American men for the longest, and like I mentioned, it mainly started with rappers. Now I'm not saying that they aren't real victims out there. And for the ones that are real victims, I know it's unfortunate having to see women who play with the system and use these allegations as a tool in ways of extortion or trying to get clout off another individual. And this isn't something that just happens in the music or streaming sector, because this has been happening to a bunch of college athletes who some even had their Heisman trophies and accomplishments stripped from them, all due to allegations of actual things taking place against a woman's will. And when it came time for proper investigations to be done, it comes out that the young woman lied. We've seen this happen with Jameis Winston, who's now in the NFL playing quarterback for the New York Giants. Things are looking good for him now, but there was a point in time where he almost didn't make it to the NFL, all because he was also falsely accused of rape allegations. Now back in 2012, when he played for FSU, he was accused by another female student by the name of Erica Kinsman, who says that she was drunk at a Tallahassee bar when Winston and others took her to an apartment where she says the quarterback barred her. Winston has said the allegations are false, and he and Kinsman had consensual intercourse. Prosecutors a year later said there wasn't enough evidence to win a conviction, and there were gaps in Erica Kinsman's story. It's also important to note that Erica filed the lawsuit just 2 weeks right before Winston was made the top overall pick in the NFL draft, despite the alleged event she claims took place happening 3 years before she decided to even bring the allegations along with a civil lawsuit. I don't know about y'all, but whenever I see someone filing a civil lawsuit when something criminal allegedly took place, has always been a red flag to me. Not to mention, I feel anybody that's accusing someone of a crime, whenever they are caught lying, they should do whatever time that the person was going to be hit with if they was found guilty over those false allegations. And I feel the same about this situation with Tylil. Now, Tylil was accused of sexual assault on an influencer by the name of Jourdin Pauline. Jourdin has a heavy social media presence with over 1 million followers on Instagram alone and have worked with brands such as True Religion, Fashion Nova, and more. She's been seen with the likes of Rihanna and have been dabbling in the music field as a singer herself. Now, Jourdin usually keeps a low profile, but as of a few days ago, she would accuse streamer Tylil James of doing the unthinkable. She says that allegedly, Tylil took advantage of her and actually assaulted her at the Streamer Awards after party and has been since trying to blackmail her. She claims that she was going to keep quiet, but it was messing with her mental health. Anyways, let's get into the video she did addressing the allegations. Y'all check this out.
I was sexually assaulted at a party, a Streamer Award party. And not only that, it's by somebody that you guys fucking love. And I'm tired, bro. I'm fucking tired, guys. I'm tired, guys. Like, literally.
You know what's crazy? I always felt anybody that waits till the cameras start rolling to start crying, that's always been a red flag to me. Pardon me, y'all. That's just me.
People are evil and malicious. And like, people think they can do anything. Like anything. I'm literally like so disappointed in people because I think people are good people, and I always give people the benefit of the doubt. And they're evil. I'm evil, bro. And I'm done streaming. I'm done doing it, bro. Unless it's gonna be my last stream. Because people are f***ing evil. And it's always gonna be sides being chosen on. And I'm tired. I'm literally tired, you guys. I don't deserve being treated like I'm nothing. And I'm really like trying my best to not be, you know, like, I want to save people in their careers and like, you know, but what about me? Like, what about my feelings? What about how I feel? You know, and not everyone is your friend. And you guys love these people so much.
Another red flag. She put on a face full of makeup to make this video. Right? She put on a face full of makeup to let the world know that she was awed by this popular, famous streamer.
You guys love these people so much. And as a woman, you always get exiled, and it doesn't matter how I dress, you guys know I'm asexual. I keep my body to myself for a reason. I am a temple. I do not share myself with people, especially if I don't know them.
Hey, y'all gotta fill me in. Cause I don't know, you know, I'm getting older and I know a lot of these new kids got new words. What's asexual? Pardon me, right? What's asexual? I'm not with all this new stuff. Not to mention, she says her body is a temple. She don't share her body with anybody. But as I go on her Instagram, I think that's all I see. Right? Not to mention, she was just not too long ago dancing and gyrating on Neon. Maybe I missed something.
And it's really unfair to me because I feel like I make sure that everyone is in a good position and they feel good and, like, you know, everything was innocent. And I don't care how drunk somebody is, you should never take advantage of them. My phone was stolen and broken. I had no way to get home, and I was assaulted, you guys, by someone that you guys all love. And I'm so tired of this streaming, and I'm done, bro.
Now you got to think about it, right? Let's say, hypothetically speaking, she was assaulted, her phone was taken, the whole 9 yards. You mean to tell me nobody at that streamer party helped her? Right? She's only targeting this one man, saying he did all this to her, and nobody around helped her. Where was everybody that was there? Right? Because I'm pretty sure it was other famous streamers, because it was the streamer after party. Where was everybody else that was there? Why nobody else vouched for her? Right? It sounds such from the beginning.
He taped me. The reason why he stopped anyway is because I started boohoo crying, you guys. I was crying.
Sounds about right.
And he taped me as I'm crying like this. He was like, why are you crying? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, because like I didn't want to, like, you know. And he's like, oh, well, I'm gonna talk to you again. I'm like, I don't care if you talk to me again. It doesn't matter if you talk to me again. It's the simple fact of like me not wanting to even go down that route because you have a girlfriend.
So how did you end up in the position y'all was in? Right? Because nowhere in here did she say that he forced himself on her. There's no way here where she explained he took her clothes off and did whatever. She skips right to the part where they was already doing what they was doing, and she admitted that she started crying and he started video cameraing or whatever he started doing, recording. And rightfully so, because as men, and for my fellas out there, y'all know, if you doing the do and a girl just start crying out of nowhere, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna record this, right? Because I don't know your intentions. I'm who I am, right? He's Tylil, he's a famous young streamer. I don't know what intentions you got. And the fact that you just come out of nowhere crying, oh yeah, I definitely got to pull this camera out for my safety. Right? Let's see what she got to say.
This isn't the first time I've been assaulted, but this is the first time I've been assaulted by someone popular and famous, I guess. And they think I'm not going to say anything because of who they are and who they know and what they do. But like I said, this is somebody you guys support. I hate men. I'm technically going to become, y'all thought I was asexual before. I'm completely, I hate men. Okay.
Now y'all see that right there? You see what she just said, right? I hate men. And call me a conspiracy theorist or whatever you want, but I wholeheartedly believe that a lot of these women and men, right, but specifically women, some of them are put in place to put this agenda out there to keep us divided, right? That's how I feel. The one thing she said earlier was, I'm asexual, which I guess that's something new, and from context, I guess it means like you're to yourself or whatever it means. I don't even know. But then she comes out and says, I hate men. Keep in mind, this is the same woman that have 1 million+ followers, and her main audience is kids. How do you control the future? You control the future by controlling the kids. If you have a whole bunch of kids saying, I hate men. Yes, I hate men. I hate men. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to have a whole future of these new women that grew up and they hate men, and that caused division. Right?
All these no caller IDs.
So this is her proof.
I've been getting harassed. I already said it, guys. I already said it. Like, we've already talked about this already. We already talked about who it is. Whoever caught it, but I'm not going to say it because I still have to make sure my integrity and whatever else is secure. And then I will say the name of who it was fully.
Huh? Huh? Right? See, so she just showed a whole phone saying this man's name, in which everyone know who it is, and then proceed after that to say, I'm not going to say who it is. I'm protecting my integrity. What integrity are you protecting by letting the world know that this man did something to you? Right? Wouldn't you want to make it aware? Wouldn't you want to put this out there? So what intent? When you listen to people closely, you realize how much sense they don't make.
I already showed y'all the call log, chat. Y'all already know. If you already know y'all can say it in the chat, but I'm not going to say it out my mouth because trying to blackmail me already. Like, I don't have time for it. Like, that's why I said I'm done with the stream, because thinking collab streams is going to do something for me. And surprisingly, the other ones, a part of that team that he's in, the house that he's in, they're more respectful than him. Way more.
Alright, so that was her side of the story. The call log was her proof. And yeah. Now off rip, nobody believed her. If you go to a bunch of blogs that put out the story, in the comment section, you can see them ripping her to shreds. And even on Twitter, one user stated, quote, "So from my understanding, her and Tylil had actual intercourse. She found out he had a girl and started crying. He started recording her for his safety, did something with her and she's now crying. Sounds like she just want to ruin him. I never heard one part of her story that was assault." Another user would state, quote, "Not gonna lie, she sounds like she got drunk, was down, regretted her actions in the middle of it, wanted to, but he has a girlfriend. Now guilt has her and she ran and called it assault. I think she just got caught up in the moment and regretted it later. That doesn't seem like assault."
What do you mean, ill? And this is exactly what I meant. I scanned her badges as soon as she did it, y'all. She looked like a liar. Gang. I'm gonna check your stats after this. I promise you she started streaming more consistently after she made these accusations. These just be clout demons. Hey fellas, please be careful out here. She's streaming more consistently after these allegations. She's posting more pictures. She's doing photo shoots. These is devious, gang.
And that's exactly what I got from it. He didn't force her to do anything. He didn't force to take anything. But it seems like she regretted her actions after or while doing it because guilt set in, and then just so she don't seem like a homewrecker or something negative, she decided to play the role as if he assaulted her. However, fast forward to now, because you have a bunch of people who without any proof call Tylil all types of names and accuse him of all type of things, but keep in mind the only batch of evidence that she had was a call log. Right? She had what appeared to be Tylil calling her a few times, and that was her only proof. So of course, some women who jumped the gun to believe her without any proof had a lot to say. One user stated, quote, "It's not a coincidence that all these creeps are connected to Kai Cenat. This man is a threat to the entire streaming community and should be investigated. Birds of the same feather flock together." And y'all gotta pay attention to what's going on here, y'all. It's mighty funny how Kai don't even have none of these type of allegations against him, but every headline always include his name, all because it may be people that he know of. Why is that? It's also funny that he's being accused of being a threat to the streaming community, which happens to be the same community that he single-handedly blew up. How is he going to be a threat to a community that he made popular? Yeah, you have other streamers, but let's not get it twisted. When it comes to influence and impact, none of them, and I mean none of them, have impacted the streaming community more than Kai Cenat. But see what happens once you start getting overly successful? Remember when Kai didn't allow any females in his house and didn't allow them to get anywhere near him? And people used to accuse him of being GAY or say he just don't like women. Well, this was exactly why. Kai wasn't stupid, and he knew that allowing women into their space where these guys are all young and extremely successful automatically allowed them to be a target in these type of situations to occur. Where if you don't have any of that around you, you wouldn't have to worry because no woman can say they were around for anything to transpire. And I told y'all 2 years ago, I think it was, I said as soon as Kai won Streamer of the Year award like 2 years in a row, that he was gonna have to be very careful. And it's like since then, things have been going downhill. And I think we know why. It's mighty funny how out of all the streamers in the world, it's only a certain demographic of them where these allegations always seem to make their way towards. I'll just leave it at that. Now Tylil clapped back at Jourdin, and unlike her, he had real receipts. He went live and put out an audio conversation he had with her, showing that everything was consensual, and even showed her requesting money from him, basically trying to blackmail him instead of the other way around like she tried to claim. Y'all check this out.
Like after the party type.
What is a one night stand?
Like after the party type. When you first meet someone, you don't talk to them.
So that's what we just had.
Did we just have one night stand?
No. As long as we cool about it, that's not a one night stand. I said, as long as we speak about it, it's not a one night stand.
Oh, so remember when she said that he was basically saying to her that, you know, long we speak, it's not a one night stand? Because what he trying to do is like, yo, listen, I'm trying to, you know, make her feel better because maybe she is worrying that we just had a one night stand, in which a lot of women do that, right? Sometimes they, you know, they go with that urge and then they feel they regret it either during or after. But I guess he's trying to console her like, yo, listen, don't worry about it. We're still going to speak. We're still going to be cool. I'm not going to treat you like a one night stand. Usually a one night stand is a quick little, you know, 1, 2, and then that's it. I never hear from you again. He's saying, well, listen, you're going to hear from me. We're still going to talk.
It's so many days after tomorrow.
That's one piece of evidence. After a while, Jourdin wanted to leave. So what did Tylil James do? I got her an Uber, a Toyota to be exact. I requested Jourdin a Toyota.
Now, I guess he's making this known because if y'all remember, she said that her phone was taken and broke and she had no way, I guess, of leaving or something like that. He's saying that's completely false. I ordered her an Uber, and to be exact on what Uber it was a Toyota.
Jourdin left the hotel room. Let's clock her tea right now. Let's clock her tea. Your Uber got to your house that Tilo put you in at 8:40 a.m. Why did you proceed to text Tylil friend at 9:10 a.m.? Hey, Tylil has my phone. I'm on the way to get it back. I was all the way home too. Jourdin, did you not just get out of a black truck at 8:40 a.m.?
So she was setting the play up, right? Pay attention.
I'm gonna leave that up to y'all. Now, not only did Jourdin lie on my name and come to the internet and speak and make a false allegation about me, she said I try to blackmail her. Let's speak on that. I try to blackmail you, Jourdin. Jourdin, 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 I try to blackmail you, Jourdin. How? Chad? How? Look at what it say, Chad. Jourdin sent me Jourdin requested 2,000 and then in the note it says for playing with me. And I try to blackmail her. She's trying to extort me, gang.
See? Y'all youngins out there, be careful. And then she did it to herself for saying, for playing with me. Right? For playing with me, why would you put that in the notes? Here's the thing. If this man did X, Y, and Z to you, why are you requesting money from him? Right? Oh, man.
She's blackmailing me. She's lying on me, bro. That is fucked up. She's fucking lying on me, trying to destroy my image, bro. I got a fucking niece. I got a mother. I got a son. Trying to throw rocks and hide your hands, you should have fixed it immediately. And this could have been swept under the rug.
Alright, so I guess this is a text message that she sent him, and she said, quote, "Don't let this world get to your head and you lose your moral compass, because at the end of the day, we all have to deal with God. And if you know, something made me feel a certain way instead of trying to throw rocks and hide your hands. You should have fixed it immediately, and this could have been swept under the rug. Don't be mad. Your girl found out the type of man that you are. She should have been known that's nobody's fault but yours. I always walk in love, and I wish you and her the best. No BS. God bless you too." Oh. So once again, there it goes. Maybe she found out during, after, or however it was that he had a girlfriend. It seemed like she didn't like that. You see what she just said, right? What real victim you know was going to tell their accuser that we could have swept this under the rug? Right? We could have swept this under the rug. Wow.
Don't be mad your girl found out the type of man that you are. She should have known. That's nobody's fault but yours. I always walk in love, and I wish you and her the best. No bullshit. God bless you too. Jourdin is a sexual assault victim, but said this all sexual assault could have been all swept under the rug.
Yeah.
You're a victim, but you said it could have been swept under the rug, and you're a victim. Okay, cool. Moving forward. Next one. Next one.
Now, she also said, quote, "If you had chosen integrity from the start, this situation would have never escalated. The reaction you're facing now is a consequence of your choices, not mine. Your girlfriend seeing your actions isn't my fault. I've never lied to get anything in life. If I wanted drama, I would have ignored your call and gone straight to social media, but that's not who I am. I believe in God, accountability, and moving with love even when I'm hurt. I'm not asking for anything except acknowledgement. A real apology matters." So, you know what it seemed like? It seemed like it's this girlfriend. So what she's trying to do is, she said, well, listen, being that you got what you got from me, well, I'm gonna mess up what you got going on with your girlfriend. Because in every message that he continued to show us, she keep mentioning your girlfriend. Now you're facing the consequences because of your girlfriend. It's your girlfriend, your girlfriend, your girlfriend.
Receipts, evidence. So facts. If you had chosen integrity from the start, the situation would have never escalated. The reaction you're facing now is a consequence of your choices, not mine. Your girlfriend seeing your actions isn't my fault. I've never lied to get anything in life. If I wanted drama, I would have ignored your call and gone straight to social media. But that's not who I am. Jourdin, you went straight to social media.
That's a fact. She went straight to social media. And then, once again, a victim saying something like, I'm not asking for anything except acknowledgement. Something ain't right. And you know what's crazy? If y'all pay attention, I don't know if y'all can see it, but the last video that she did, the duration was 444. And the video with him right here, the duration is 333. If you're familiar with the spirituality and the numbers, it's kind of crazy. You know what I'm getting at. Now, after it came out that basically Jourdin lied, you even have women who are outraged. One user on Twitter stated, quote, "Chicks that lie about being actually assaulted needed to burn in hell. Jourdin Pauline is a whole weirdo, preaching all that godly woman stuff, and you lying on his name, sicko." And the user underneath responded saying, quote, "And all the females who were deriding without any proof, using girl power, are looking mad crazy and dumb." Now another user would state, quote, "Jourdin Pauline is garbage. It's women out here really being actually assaulted, and you're sorry but lying about it cause you effed a man with a girlfriend. And Tylil ain't ish neither, cause why the F you cheating on your girl?" Now speaking of that, Tylil issued a message via Instagram where he apologized to his girlfriend, captioned it stating, quote, "I want to apologize to my lady. I love you and I'm sorry. That was whack and I should have knew better. These females are evil and jealous." Now y'all, this have been going on for decades. Here's why it's so easy to accuse someone of actually assaulting them, because for one, it's emotion tied to that type of crime. Due to a bunch of women out in the world who actually had it happen to them, more than likely without any proof, usually when the female accuse a man of that, women automatically cling to the women's side and believe them because it happened to them. They start getting in their own feelings because based off their experiences, they know the severity and the emotion tied to that type of thing happening. And then boom, you gotta follow. Now on top of some women who already totally just dislike men in the first place, all of that plays a role. But this didn't start with Tylil and it's not gonna end with him. These are allegations where you're guilty by just the allegation alone. In this world, nobody cares to know the verdict. These days you're guilty until proven innocent instead of the other way around, unfortunately, and it's been like that for some time now. Luckily he had evidence to help him, because if not, who knows? From how I see it, Jourdin was bitter that they had a one-night stand, Couldn't fathom that. I guess she was trying to be celibate and ended up sleeping with a man who had a girl, knowing the type of stuff that she preaches, and then tried to play the situation to her benefit, and then boom, it blew up in her face. But see, Tylil gonna face backlash either way, because even though we knew she was lying from the beginning about that situation, either way, people are gonna still say that he cheated on his girlfriend, which is gonna mess up his image either way. But I guess he feels, well, hey, I'd rather y'all say that I cheated than to think that I sat there and took advantage of a woman. And I agree. Now, since Tylil came out with his live stream debunking the allegations, Jourdin has since disabled her comments on her Instagram because people have been calling her out for the false allegations and holding her accountable. Not to mention, someone also called out the fact that she has a sister, or had a sister, that was odd and unalive, so they don't even understand why she would play with something like this. One user stated, quote, "Mind you, her sister was unalived and odd by someone, but she gonna lie about this? Shaking my head." Now, for y'all that don't know, Jourdin had a 31-year-old sister who was a real estate agent in Houston who was unalived and found in a refrigerator. According to reports, a wellness check was requested by Melissa Moona's family to her high-rise apartment on the 200 block of South Figueroa Street near the 100 freeway. When officers got there, they would find Mooney's body stuffed in a refrigerator upon searching the apartment, and her cause of death was considered at the time unknown. After her autopsy report was revealed, it'll show that Melissa suffered from blunt force trauma to her head and neck, a triangular cut on her forehead, abrasions front and back, and marks from being tied up were found on Mooney's body. Her death was deemed homicidal violence, and it was also discovered that at the time of her death, she was also pregnant. Now, a 41-year-old man by the name of Magnus Daniel Humphrey was later arrested in 2024 on an unrelated federal warrant in Minnesota and was named as a suspect after his arrest. Los Angeles police never revealed why he was a person of interest or how they even named him as a suspect, and to this day it's still not even known whether he was related to Melissa in any way, shape, or form. Whether they were friends, lovers, or what. And I'ma just say, even her death was kind of weird, and they said she had a triangular cut on her forehead. They made it very known that it was triangular. That's another story, man. Fellas, moral of the story is this, man. Watch out. If you're a man of any type of stature, when you're known, successful, anything, be very, very careful, because there's evil people who just want to sabotage you for what you have, especially you young guys out there. There's going to be temptation, of course. There's going to be a lot going on, especially when you have money young. But know when to not get yourself into certain situations by avoiding certain people, places, and things, because it could be hell trying to get yourself out of something. And it wouldn't be a surprise to me if they still try to get Tylil on something regardless, because as of right now, Jourdin is looking like a liar. And I hope the social media banter actually forced them people to actually do something, because she was caught fabricating a story, right? So I guess to protect her, they'll have to try and catch him on something else, or I don't know. Y'all know how it go, man. Anyway, jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Who y'all think was telling the truth? Y'all think Tylil really did what he's being accused of, or Jourdin is just trying to tear him down and she was caught lying? Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping. I'm out.